Now, a family, it's something that God wanted it to be there. Now, a human being belongs in a family. Ask yourself, why am I not Skosana? Why am I not Mahlangu? Why we are not the same? Why are we not called by the same surname? No. It is because each and every single one of us has a purpose, has an objective, why he belongs in that particular family. Family tree, a tree that brings oxygen, the life that begins with love, which never ends. Sanbonani, ninjani, dumelang, onbulisa kula, ngupasta, M&M. Ubugele family tree, Gu Chronicles TV. Now somebody might be asking himself or herself, what is family tree? Shasha someday. A family tree is a show that will be able to unpack a number of issues and talk about what is it important about this issue called a family. We all belong in a family. Everyone belongs in a family. I belong in a family. You belong in a family. At some point you're asking yourself that, why am I in this family? There's Kosana, there's Masemola, there's Mahlangu. There's a reason why you belong in such a family. And why do we call it a family tree? We know that a tree will start by planting a seed. A seed whereby then we are itelelela, then it grows. Then it depends on the fruits that you want to see or benefit out of that particular tree. We've got different trees. We've got an apple tree, we've got a banana tree, we've got a mango tree, a number of trees. But the question is, around family tree, today or in this show, we'll be talking about a family tree. Not a banana tree, not an apple tree, not a guava tree, but a family tree. Now, a family, it's something that God wanted it to be there. Now, someone might say, why do you say God wanted to have a family? There's a reason why God created a human being. Now, a human being belongs in a family. Ask yourself, why am I not Skosana? Why am I not Mahlangu? Why we are not the same? Why are we not called by the same surname? No. It is because each and every single one of us has a purpose, has an objective, why he belongs in that particular family. We all look at how our families are constructed or built. Our families are not the same. And look at our mothers, our fathers, our uncles, and our cousins, you name them. But they are all different than you. But there's something that brings you common, which is a family. Now in this show, as Pastor M&M, I will be inviting speakers to speak about a number of topics in this family tree show. I will invite young people, I will invite fathers, I will invite mothers to talk more about this family thing. What is it? But let me just share with you about why God made a family. Because God wanted us to be in one family. That's why he created Adam, right? And you read in the book of Genesis chapter number 1. Yes, there's this discussion and this engagement that people have to say, okay, God, who is bigger, or are we equal, female and a male? That's a discussion we'll have one day, but let me just give you an intro and then I proceed. Now God said, let's make human beings in our image, right? It's in Genesis chapter number 1. And then he says he made them male and female. Why? Male and female. Why? Why didn't he make male only? Why did he make female only? But it says male and female. So it means there's an objective that uNkulunkulu bakafuna ukuthi ayiveze endodeni nowesilisa. He further said, be fruit, he blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply. Now, blessing, be fruitful and multiply. Now, what is multiplication? Obviously, we all know. ukuthi when a woman and a man come together, married of course, then they have babies, then that's multiplication. There were two. Now as they come together, now a woman becomes pregnant, then 3 of them. It's a multiplication. But why? Why God wanted that? Because you read again in the book of Genesis number 2. God says He now creates a man. In Genesis number 1, He says, let's create them. Let's create human beings in our own image, male and female. Now Genesis number 1, number 2 says, but when you Adam come. Now, hence the discussion will say, there's a spiritual part, there's a physical part. Now, the spiritual part He is done with it in Genesis number 1. Number 2, Genesis, He says, we are command. He makes the structure called a man. But now there's something very interesting. Then says, unikeza lendo dumthetho. But He never spoke about it in Genesis number 1. He just said to them, be fruitful and multiply, have dominion. But now in Genesis number 2, now it's this thing starts to have a shape, a male, indoda, inomthetho. Now let me just make a joke and ask ourselves, women don't say women don't say that. But the question is umthetho wakaban. So those are the issues that we'll be talking about in the family tree. To say now, why God say to a man, therefore do this. That is why after this man says, is this woman that you gave me? So kuba blame shifting corner lap. And this everything happens within a family. These things desenzega ku family, whereby in a family each and every person has a responsibility. In a family, a man has a responsibility. In a family, a woman has a responsibility. In a family, a child has a responsibility. Let me give another example. If we are driving a car, myself and you, and we are driving towards opposite direction, I go this way and you come this way, right? I go this way, you come this way. Now, if it happens that one shift from his lane and come to the other lane, what is going to happen? Head-on collision. So what does it mean? It is important that when a person is in a family, number 1, knows ama responsibilities wakhe, ayazi indawo yakhe. Ngoba umuntu akazowenqa indawo yakhe aye endaweni yomunye umuntu will have a head-on collision. Hence today, in the whole world, there are a number of divorces, there are a number of fights. Why, if you ask and listen, what's wrong? You will find out that someone went a line lack. So family tree is going to talk about those issues. Family tree is going to unpack these issues while we have discussions with a number of people whom they will bring a certain perspective on the matter, on the subject matter. So family tree, it's all about that. We are going to bring the reason why we have families. Maybe you are the cornerstone of that particular family, but you are not aware. Stay tuned to family tree. Family tree, a tree that brings oxygen. The life that begins with love, which never ends.